Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Wario Land 3. In the last episode, we got the giant's foot from the tidal coast, and then went to the volcano's base and gathered the blue Conch artifact. In this episode, we'll be exploring the rest of the changes made by the giant's foot, which was here in the steep canyon, and over in the... Stagnant Swamp, that's where I remembered. God, that was unnecessary swearing, wasn't it, there? So now we get the joys of going through the steep canyon again, which can be, like we saw last time, extremely annoying if you keep kind of falling afoul of these grimers. Though these ones look less like grimers than the original. Oh, I spoke too soon. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're over. This wasn't here last time. This huge kind of gash here with the door in it. This door. Right, this caused me, when I was younger, a lot of problems for a bizarre reason. On a Game Boy Color, or Game Boy Advance, which had no form of backlighting, this fucker was damn near impossible to see. Now, fortunately, we have the joy of a Game Boy player, which is why you are capable, and me, indeed, I'm capable of seeing it. Anyway, if we get puffed and come up here, then we can grab red key. We're probably gonna... Oh, we did land here. Oh, I killed that Buffy, but I kind of needed it. What you need to do here is... Come on, get puffed. Oh, no, I fell in. Well, if you're quick, just jumping there, you don't get taken back to the beginning, but... What you basically want to do is get as far to the right as you can here before getting yourself puffed. But I've killed all the damn puffers. Right, let's chase this one across. Oh my god, this is... Oh, it's setting up well for the episode, isn't it? You little hairy things. Right, I should just about be able to make it. Yeah, you want to depuff up here. Then you can kind of come down and do the same thing again. There's a musical coin here, but... Okay, let's get the musical coin, fuck it. And let's just run again. Here, you want to get this guy a bit closer. Okay. Go all the way to the right here. Then depuff. And you should just be able to fall through this slot. Then you just need to do it one more time. But there's these annoying X things in the way that will depuff you prematurely. That sounds rude. But that's straightforward enough. And then, just doing so, we get to the red chest. Being as though the blue treasure on the volcano's base was the Conch artifact blue, the red treasure on this one gives us... Oh... The green Conch artifact. No, I kid. This is actually, supposedly, the red Conch artifact, but for the reasons I explained last episode, it doesn't appear red yet. It will later. Don't worry. And so that means there's only one more thing we need to collect, which is from the Stagnant Swamp. The Stagnant Swamp probably had the most serious impact of the Giant's Foot, as in the level of the swamp has fallen quite considerably, and you can now access a lot of stuff down here that you couldn't particularly before. What we want to do is first go through this door. And, oh my god, Jesus, right. I'm going to talk about this briefly. This creature is the source of my absolute, childhood nightmares. I shit you not, I have had nightmares involving this thing when I was a kid. Because basically, you munch through here, but eventually, he catches up to you, and he gets you. And then he chucks you out of the room. And you have to do it again, and slowly proceed along. As you saw, you can jump on him. Even if you butt stomp on him, that will not kill him, it will only stun him. He will always come for you. I guess my childhood mind saw that as a metaphor for the inevitability of death or something like that. But oh no, I had dreams where this fucker chased me down long, thin corridors in abandoned hotels, and then grabbed me, and then just as I was going and shaking, I would wake up sweating. I had a strange childhood. A lot of this game actually is the source of a number of my childhood nightmares. There's another bit specifically later in the game which I will point out, which was even worse for it to creep the fuck out of me, but... Actually, I would say there are 3 main causes in that, out of which the Robo-Mouse, that thing, was one of them. The second one is actually pretty much at this point in this level, but we can't get to it yet. There's the red key. And we can't get up there yet. That's where another one of my nightmares lurks. If we come up through here, we can just use this door. And this door takes... Oh, I should have got that musical coin. Well, we can't get back through that door now, because that's below the level now. But what we want to do is now come over to the pipe across to the left. And go in this pipe. And there is nothing here. I'm not where I thought I was, excuse me. Damn, I was on the right pipe, you do want to go through that one. I'm normally so good with this game, but there, no. Anyway, jump on this friendly turtle and he'll pull you along. But when you get to this bit, he'll see something creepy in the water and shit himself. At that point, jump off him. The creepy thing in the water stays there until you go up, and then it becomes a boss. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. It looks like a beaver with spikes on its face. But anyway, if you press down and B, you kind of do like a butt slide down the whatever this thing is, mesh netting. Oh, bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. Oh, he got me. So I was on the corner there and he came off. Generally, my advice that I was literally about to give you, but didn't because I'm stupid, my advice would have been stay over to the right as much as you can there, because then even if he knocks you off, you've still got a chance to like recover before the current completely sweeps you away. Yeah, that bus, I think he's called Muddee or Mucky or something like that. I really should know that. Normally I'm so good with this game. I'll put up on the screen what he's actually called, but I think it's Muddee. We have to do it again from the start now. Generally, he is a really easy boss. You just basically have to butt stomp him like that and just make sure you don't hit the pink spiky bit. Other than that, like, you're fine. But it's when he kind of jumps back out, he can get you. But once you fall out, just kind of, if you fall off, just hammer A, and hopefully you'll recover before the currents have a chance to take you away. And as I say, so you just butt stomp him and make sure you just avoid his... I think that's supposed to be... I don't know, his eyes are on the other end. I don't know what that thing's supposed to be. Right, now when you've hit him twice, he's slightly more difficult to hit because he moves in a diagonal way and, like, spins around. And you're more likely to accidentally hit his spiky bit. But, there you go. Yeah, I can't tell what he's supposed to be. Kind of looks beavery or raccoony, but, like, also slightly... It's like he's got spike, he's got no face, he's like a weird platypus from hell. I don't know what he is, but anyway, here's the green chest. This is another episode where we had a boss. We seem to be having one most episodes. Last episode was the first one, and the only one so far, when we haven't fought any kind of a boss. And I actually thought I might have been able to squeeze this into last episodes. But anyway, this is the green Conch artifact, and this one actually is green. They've all been green, but you'll see what I mean in just a second, because these are listed to change. And see, they're the right colours now. I always think that's a pretty cool change. That does a lot of stuff. It's probably the one that modifies the whole world the biggest, because it erupts the volcano in the center and unlocks 2 levels. So there's the east crater over there, west crater over there, we'll go back to later, but then there's the colossal hole. This has some quite cool music, and a lot of stuff kind of going on here. What we want to do for now is basically there's an owl up here, take note of that, but what we actually want to do is head all the way to the bottom. And that's a long way. It's called the colossal hole for an extremely good reason. Then once we're down here, we basically, that's the wrong way. What we want to do is get Puffdeed, and then just head up. Stick as much as you can, just in the center here. Dodge those spikes, obviously, but like you can see the center because it's the lightest bit. And you'll get a music coin. That's not what we're doing this for. Keep going up. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Well, floating in this case. But yeah, if you come up and float through the bottom of this, that's how you access this thing and get the grey key out. The chest is down at the bottom towards the left, and let's see if I can remember how to get there. I think you basically... No, it's not that way. Yeah, that's how you do it. So you just need to get puffed again, and then just hold left here, and you'll just fit through this bit. You can use, like, the crusher at the bottom, at the top of the level, and kind of glide in here as mini Wario, but... like flat Wario, but it's much more effective to just use the puffy thing. Then you don't have to, like, time your fall with flat Wario. The Colossal Hole's an interesting level. It's one of probably the most difficult ones to navigate, though, and just in terms of, like, you'll go up and down a lot, and it's quite confusing. But yeah, we get the right Sapphire Snake Eye from that. And being as though that's the right Sapphire Snake Eye, and that implies there's a left one, and another level is unlocked. So indeed, let's go up the volcano to the west crater. Now this is a weird level, because this one's extremely compact. You'll see what I mean when we come back here a few more times later. But what we want to do first is, I'll explain why later, but these blocks, break them. You have to do that. Otherwise, you'll spend a lot of time doing something and nothing good will come of it. What you need to do then is come through here. And you can kind of munch through a lot of this. Is it? Yeah, keep going over here. Oh no, that's not where I meant to be. I meant to come down here. You can kind of see from the fact it gives you headspace that you're supposed to butt stomp down here. This one can take you a long time to work out if you don't really know what you're looking for. And then again, we can kind of butt stomp down here, and we get to this door eventually, with a string ball block to the right of all things. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but you don't need to worry about it. All you need to do for now is get string balled. And then you'll kind of come out of the door, string ball through there. There, you would bounce off those pink blocks if you hadn't broken them earlier. Just, it would fuck you like that, and you'd have to go through and do that thing again. But that's broken now, and that's the way through to the chest. As for the key is just through there. You need to be on fire for it, which means using this thing and jumping at the right time to avoid falling into the fire. Those fires at the bottom of the screen will also set you on fire, for obviously. You can use any of the fires you want, and then once you're burning, go through, grab the key. I love the Fire Wario music, it's so catchy. Oh, well, all the music in this game is catchy, but it's catchy in that brutal catchiness that only, like, early handheld era or, like, early game music when it was really bleepy was. Like, it was kind of hilariously catchy. I love it. Can also burrow its way into your skull a little bit, though. Yeah, someone pointed this out to me in the comments. When he's doing that kind of, like, two-handed thing, Wario has no eyes. I noticed that a bit, like, previously, but hadn't really drawn attention to it much. Yeah, when he's doing that kind of, like, two-fingered, like, the peace treasure salute thing, you can't see his eyes. Someone in the comments thought it was just, like, the kind of scaling thing I use here to make it not look too pixelated, but it's not. He genuinely looks like that in the actual Game Boy version as well. It's freakish. But that change was relatively cool. The two eyes are actually... I pointed this out the first time we came here, that there is like a dinosaur-y snaky thing with two eyes missing in it, and indeed, that was actually a door, which now opened. So, like last time we were in the Tower of Revival, you have to start off by burning through the torches. Yes, there we go. And it's just to ahead of us here is that thing. I've talked about this in the past. Whenever you're in the Tower of Revival, it means something cool is about to happen. Because only interesting stuff happens in the Tower of Revival. Every treasure is kind of cool or does something important, which is awesome. So this is the door that was closed and is now open. There's a lot going on here. First thing you need to do is, I think... Right, so here's your goal here. The three-layered defense system has to be broken down, with Donut Wario, Fire Wario, and then Zombie to fall through the kind of gap underneath. And you have to kind of break them down in that order. So Fire is actually at the bottom of that thing, but zombified for a second there. So obviously you want to dodge the zombies here, because the first layer in it was actually Fat Wario. Which are these fuckers? Something I remembered that I don't think I'd pointed out before is a reliable way of avoiding being donuted is just crouch. When you are crouched, the donut ears cannot... Their donuts will just bounce off you, it's great. Anyway, the red key's up there. But we can't get through to it yet. Just remember that for shortly. Get this dude to donut you. And then we can proceed down here. Whee! Oh no, whee, there we go. Grab a musical coin that's just there. And then break these ones here. So that's the kind of... That is the first layer of defenses broken. Since we're down here, we can just use this fire and work our way up here, kind of. There we go. I've timed it wrong. I might not make this in time. The time it takes you to burn on Fire Wario is dependent on just the amount of time you spend on foot, like with your feet on the floor. If you're in the air, it kind of doesn't count. So if you repeatedly jump, your flaming will last longer before you full on like ignite. But of course, you can only burn through the blocks when you're ignited. That's the second layer of defenses down. So now all we need to do is get zombied and fall down there. Obviously, you don't want to get zombied too soon. You want to only be zombied once you're on this top layer. There we go. Done. It's so simple but so effective. Oh, I love it. Anyway, now we can come down here all the way to the bottom, grab a musical coin, and find a switch and the chest. Of course, we haven't got the key yet. Hit the switch, and now we just need to return all the way to the top. And at the top you will see the musical coin is now, well, wherever the musical coin was is now closed off. If you haven't got that musical coin, you ain't getting it now. But that, of course, means we can come through here and grab the red key. And we don't need to be donuted because we've already opened the way. Fall down here and hold right, and you'll land up here. Get zombied, because of course, if you fall down now, you still need to be a zombie in order to make it down there again. Yeah, that switch flicks whether the musical coin or the red key is exposed, so obviously you need to flick that from down here before coming back up. And then we can simply get the red treasure. And this is something immensely useful. Not only does it open up a lot of stuff, but also it just makes so many things so much faster. There are two, like, power-ups that do that, and this is the first one of them. It's the weirdest character ever. It's garlic. I believe this is one of the earliest references to Wario powering up when he eats garlic, as in Wario Man seen in later ones. But indeed, with garlic, it's a power-up, so stuff happens. When dashing, cracked blocks, you can now break through multiple in one, you don't just bounce off them, and you can now deal with non-cracked blocks the way you could deal with cracked blocks in the past. You can also kill large enemies in one, and when you're rolling, you will go through big enemies, and cracked and normal blocks equally easily. So that kind of opens up a lot of stuff to us, as well as making a lot of stuff easier. That opens up new stuff in Bank of the Wild River, the Colossal Hole, and a new level, which is Sea Turtle Rocks. So we're going to start by going across to the north, over to the Bank of the Wild River. We're not going to go to we probably won't fit Sea Turtle Rocks in this episode and probably won't get to it for a while, which may seem strange at first, but oh look at you just munch through it, it's glorious. But I'll explain what, because this is another little kind of side train of treasures I want to follow first before getting to that. Anyway, here, you want to get as far along as you can, basically to where the Grey Key... Is it here? No, it's not here. Get along to basically where the Grey Key was. And you'll find this thing. It is made of blocks that you can actually smash through. Now, these are non-fractured blocks, so if you don't have the garlic, you can't break through them. And there's a red key there. This is probably one of the easiest treasures in the game if you know what you're doing. It's ridiculously simple. Now, like with the grey treasure, we then just have to come along here and dodge the puffy things, whose name escapes me again. Man, I'm not doing too good on the names today. I think we stay at the bottom to avoid that one. And then I believe that's actually where we could surface, but yeah. We just surface here and then break through these. Obviously we can't butt stomp through them, but come through here. And that's the red chest. It's literally that straightforward. There's not really any trick to it other than just knowing that it's those hidden blocks to break through. But if you don't know that, you might never work it out. So it's that's the trade-off. But this gets something kind of cool. This is the treasure magnifying glass. And this elicits the only change in the game that doesn't change a level. Like, it shows you something here, but what it is that little B thing at the bottom. And what that means is you can hold B when you are on a level, and it will show you the treasures you've got in that level so far. Essentially useless with me showing you everything on the visualizer anyway, but kind of cool. Anyway, we head across to the east, and go into the Colossal Hole, which was also changed by garlic. That sounds weird. Now, the first thing we want to do here is get flat Wario'd. Now, we need to basically firstly glide until we are on this central thing, and then just walk off it to the left. And if you hold left, you'll fall through there, get pulled up by the grab bot, and obviously this is what we need the garlic to break through. Golf. You return. Goody. Golf montage! This looks too easy. Oi! Here! Spoke too soon, didn't you? I think I might have fucked it. Oh, is this the one with the pit of lava at the end I expect it is? I believe I fucked this. Can I have confirmation of that? Oh, maybe. Yeah, I fucked it. God. Seriously? That's how we're gonna do this today, game? Ugh. Hey! I didn't expect that to work, but it did. Weird little stutter there. Not sure what happened there. Anyway, hey! Minigame clear. You haven't seen a minigame clear thing, but it's worse than it's better than coming across it and being like, ah, I needed to break through that. Now I believe the next bit is slightly more annoying. We need to get crushed by the grabber again. I'm trying to remember where the key is. Why? I should have practiced this episode because I don't really know what I'm doing. It's not fresh in my mind like it often is. What we need to do now is stand on here, and do we go to the right? Let's see. I don't think there's anything particularly of use over here. No, there isn't. Oh my god. Suddenly I look much less professional. Well, not professional, but you know what I mean. I pride myself on looking like I know what I'm doing on my games. If we glide over to the right... That's... No, oh, we go straight through those things. That's worth noting. And that's the minigame clear thing. Oh, I remember what we need to do. I think the key is down here. Well, not down there. The key is right at the bottom here. We don't even need to be flat Wario for this. Yeah, this is the thing. You need to come through here first. Is this the key or the treasure? This is the key. Excellent. Now, it seems like another bit here where it's not clear what to do, but it's got those kind of throw blocks, which are, to remind you, to do throw. Yeah, there's kind of 3 hidden ones again. It's like, I think it was the blue treasure on the big bridge that had that, of kind of having hidden blocks, but having blocks nearby that were throw ones to remind you what to do. Now we do need to now become Flat Wario and do that whole business again. So now if we just walk off to the right here and just hold right, that should deliver us to exactly where we need to be, which is where the minigame clear was. Excellent. Unlike earlier where you could kind of glide in with Puffy Wario, for these you specifically have to be Flat Wario. Here's a little thing as well. If you try and jump up there, it won't work. Hold up, and you'll do a higher jump. You can only do that little higher jump trick when you're Flat Wario, and if you don't do it, you will not be able to make it up there, and you will think, what am I doing wrong? That's what you're doing wrong. Difficult to know. It's cool we get that kind of like rainbow shield dashing when we dash now, because we have the superpower of garlic, and obviously to crack through all of these because garlic. Now there's a little bit here, you have to be quite clever with this bit to get that musical coin up there. You basically have to make yourself some stairs, and I think I might have just fucked it. Munch through all those, and we should just, hup. We basically need to get onto that one there. Oh yes, we just made it, excellent. That's a slightly annoying one to get, but either way this gets us then a treasure. And this is, again, this one is a bit of a side track. Obviously, the thing you're supposed to do once you get the garlic kick immediately is Sea Turtle Rocks, because the new level was unlocked. But this is a bit of a side passage. It does have some like important treasures in, like this does a change, where it pumps up those things, fills them with air, and they kind of rise up. In reality, I'm not sure they would rise. Well, I don't know. It depends on a lot of sciencey things. But that changes 2 levels where we've seen those things. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but those were Bank of the Wild River and the Pool of Rain. I think we've just about got time. Let's just do the one in the Pool of Rain briefly, because that's an immensely short treasure. The one in the Bank of the Wild River is slightly longer, so we'll leave that till next episode, and then after that we'll go on and do Sea Turtle Rocks, so we'll be in the right position to do it. The one in this level is... we will have seen it when we were going down to fight Wolf and Boss, because it's just over here, and it's now raised, exposing this door. Now this bit is ridiculously straightforward. What we want to do is come all the way to the right, kill these things, except don't kill this third one. This one you need. You need to glide up here. Oh no, oh, I was thinking... Ignore me. I was thinking of the bit at the beginning of this level on the steep canyon. First, what you actually want to do is go all the way to the right here, without being puffed at all. What you can utilize to help you here are, you see the, like, spiky things on the bottom? Those spikes, because they will hurt you, but then they'll give you a brief time of, like, invincibility where you can't be puffed. So you can use it as a kind of, like, quick get away from the puffy things. It's a slightly odd tactic, but it does work, and I kind of assume that is why they're there. Let's get the blue key, and then we'll have finished up on the Pool of Rain. That's really weird. I always think, like, because I often ignore this treasure until right at the end, this whole, like, stuff with the air pump, because you don't really need to do it. So I often leave it till right at the end, so it feels weird that the Pool of Rain is like the second blue treasure we're doing, because it's what I consider as being quite a late game one. Because a lot of the kind of... like I said, you can go to the temple, and the temple will tell you where to go next. There's the temple route through, which is only the, like, most necessary treasures. Oh, we need to lure a Puffy over here. The temple route is only, like, the kind of most direct route, and I think you can do it, I believe it's 48 treasures that you actually need to complete the game, and then after that the temple will kind of guide you... will guide you through kind of getting the rest in the right sequence, but obviously I'm doing it... oh no, I'm doing it as we go along, because I want the final music box to be my final treasure, because then it feels less weird, having the kind of weird post-game stuff. Not a fan. What we need to do, let's lure you over here. This is going to be a slightly longer episode. What are we on, 22 minutes? Not sure. Turn my stopwatch off and haven't turned it off again, on again, because I was just like, we'll play to the end of this level, however long that's going to be. You, stab me! There we go. Then if we go up here, there we go. There is the blue treasure. And you can guess by the fact I called this one a side branch that this doesn't do anything. And you would be correct in doing it. Well, it does something. Can you guess what it is? Well, you can, because you can see it on the visualizer, but still, it's the yellow crayon. Yay, crayons. At least, it's we get to see a little change, at least. That's mildly cool. Anyway, that'll wrap it up for this episode, so next episode we will be doing the other air pump treasure, which is on Bank of the Wild River, and then moving across to Sea Turtle Rocks to do the kind of first treasure there, which is pretty cool. Thank you very much for watching. I've been the Doctor with the Infamous Gentleman, and this has been Wario Land 3. Good day.